Once upon a time, in a land filled with twinkling stars and shimmering skies, there lived a tiny rabbit named Tilly. Tilly was not like any other rabbit in the Whispering Woods. She had the softest white fur and big, curious eyes that sparkled with wonder. While her friends loved to hop through the green fields and nibble on fresh clovers, Tilly dreamed of adventure and magic. One chilly winter morning, as the sun began to rise, Tilly awoke to a scene that took her breath away. The whole world outside her burrow was blanketed in glistening snow, and every tree branch was adorned with icicles that glittered like diamonds. It was a winter wonderland. Tilly's heart raced with excitement as she remembered the stories her grandmother used to tell about the glittering ice path, a magical trail that only appeared on the coldest days of winter. Determined to find this enchanting path, Tilly packed a small bag with her favorite snacks, a few carrots, some crunchy leaves, and a tiny bottle of honey. She wore her warmest scarf, knitted by her grandmother, and set off on her adventure. As Tilly hopped along, she marveled at the beauty surrounding her. The snow crunched under her tiny paws, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of pine. Suddenly, she heard a gentle rustling sound coming from a nearby bush. Curious, Tilly hopped closer and peeked inside. To her surprise, she found a shimmering feather lying on the ground. It sparkled in the sunlight and was as colorful as a rainbow. "What a beautiful feather!" Tilly exclaimed, picking it up gently. "I wonder who it belongs to?" Just then, a soft voice chimed from above. "That feather belongs to me." Tilly looked up to see a magnificent bird soaring through the sky. Its wings were a kaleidoscope of colors, glistening like a flying rainbow. "I'm Raina, the rainbow bird," the bird said with a cheerful chirp. "I've been searching for my lost feather. Thank you for finding it. I'd be happy to return it to you," Tilly said, her heart soaring with excitement. "But first, could you tell me about the glittering ice path?" Raina perched on a nearby branch, her eyes twinkling with delight. "Ah, the glittering ice path. It's a magical trail that leads to a hidden treasure, but it only appears when the conditions are just right. You must follow the path to the Crystal Cove, where a golden crown awaits you. But beware, you'll need to solve a riddle to unlock the treasure." Tilly's eyes widened. A treasure hunt! This was exactly the adventure she had been dreaming of. "I want to go. Can you help me find the path?" "Of course," Raina replied. "Follow me, and together we will find the glittering ice path." Tilly hopped after Raina, her heart pounding with excitement. They journeyed through the sparkling woods, past towering trees dusted with snow. After a while, they arrived at a clearing where the sun shone brightly, casting a warm glow over the landscape. "Look," Raina exclaimed, pointing her wing towards the ground. "The glittering ice path." Tilly gasped as she beheld the sight before her. A winding trail of glimmering ice stretched out in front of her, sparkling under the sunlight like a river of stars. It shimmered and danced, leading deeper into the woods. "Let's go," Tilly squealed, hopping onto the path. With each jump, she felt the magic of the ice beneath her paws. The path twisted and turned, and soon they found themselves surrounded by towering ice sculptures that sparkled like jewels. As they moved along the path, Tilly and Raina chatted and laughed. Tilly learned about Raina's adventures flying over mountains and rivers, while Raina listened eagerly to Tilly's tales of life in the burrows. They were having the time of their lives. But as they ventured further, they came across a peculiar sight, a large, wooden window standing alone on the path, surrounded by swirling snowflakes. The window was unlike any Tilly had ever seen. It had intricate carvings of flowers and stars, and it seemed to glow with a soft light. "Isn't that strange?" Tilly wondered aloud. "What is a window doing here, in the middle of the woods?" "Let's see if it can talk," Raina suggested playfully, flapping her colorful wings. Taking a deep breath, Tilly approached the window. "Hello," she called softly. To her amazement, the window began to shimmer and a voice echoed from within. "Greetings, tiny rabbit and rainbow bird. I am the talking window, keeper of secrets and tales. If you wish to pass through, you must answer my riddle." Tilly felt a rush of excitement. We'd love to hear your riddle, she exclaimed. Very well, the window said. Listen closely. I have keys but open no locks. I have space but no room. I have a face but no eyes. What am I? Tilly thought hard, her little nose twitching. Keys, space, and a face. What could it be? Suddenly it clicked. A piano, she shouted. Correct, the talking window replied, glowing brighter. You may pass. But remember, the path ahead will test your courage and friendship. With a joyful leap, Tilly bounded forward, Raina flying beside her. They thanked the talking window and continued along the glittering ice path. The scenery changed, and soon they found themselves in a breathtaking ice cavern. The walls sparkled with frost, and icicles hung like chandeliers from the ceiling. As they explored the cavern, Tilly noticed something glimmering at the far end. Look over there, she pointed excitedly. Is that the treasure? They hurried towards the glimmering object, and as they got closer, Tilly gasped. It was a beautiful golden crown, encrusted with colorful gems that sparkled like stars. But beside it lay a small chest, and it looked like it had a lock. What do you think we should do? Raina asked, tilting her head. We need to unlock the chest to get the treasure. Tilly looked around the cavern, and then back at the crown. Maybe it holds the answer to another riddle. Suddenly, a gentle breeze rustled through the cavern, and Tilly heard a whispering voice. To unlock the chest, you must find the key that lies within your hearts. Tilly furrowed her brow. What does that mean? Raina thought for a moment. Perhaps it means we need to work together and trust each other. Friendship is our key. With newfound determination, Tilly and Raina held paws and wings, their hearts filled with trust and kindness. They approached the chest, and to their surprise, the lock began to glow. With a soft click, the chest opened, revealing a dazzling assortment of treasures, shiny coins, sparkling jewels, and magical trinkets. But the most extraordinary sight was the golden crown sitting atop the pile. Wow! Tilly gasped. This is incredible. We found it. As Tilly reached for the crown, Raina spoke up. It's beautiful, but what will we do with it? Tilly pondered for a moment. Maybe it should be shared with all the creatures of the woods. It could bring happiness to everyone. Raina nodded in agreement. Let's take it back and have a celebration. With excitement bubbling in their hearts, Tilly and Raina carefully lifted the golden crown and began their journey back along the glittering ice path. They laughed and shared stories, knowing that their adventure had brought them closer together. As they exited the cavern and returned to the clearing, they decided to throw a grand celebration for all their friends in the Whispering Woods. Tilly couldn't wait to see everyone's faces when they saw the magnificent crown. Word spread quickly about the celebration, and soon animals of all shapes and sizes gathered in the clearing. The air was filled with laughter, music, and the sweet scent of delicious treats. Tilly stood on a tree stump, proudly wearing the golden crown. Thank you all for coming, she exclaimed, her eyes shining with joy. Today, we celebrate friendship, adventure, and the magic we can create together. The crowd cheered, and as the sun began to set, the sky transformed into a canvas of colors, reds, oranges, and pinks dancing together like Raina's feathers. It was a beautiful sight that made everyone feel warm and happy inside. As night fell, Tilly and Raina watched as their friends played and danced, the light from the bonfire flickering like stars. The crown glimmered in the firelight, reminding them of their adventure and the treasure they had found. Not just the golden crown, but the bond of friendship that had grown between them. As the celebration continued, Tilly felt a sense of contentment wash over her. She realized that the true magic of her adventure lay not in the treasure, but in the journey itself and the friends she had made along the way. And so, with a heart full of joy, Tilly knew that she would always cherish this winter day, the glittering ice path, the flying rainbow, and the golden crown. And from that day on, Tilly, Raina, and their friends continued to explore the Whispering Woods together, creating more magical adventures and unforgettable memories.